And welcome in everyone to Lee Jordan Field, the site of tonight's ball game between the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks and the Matsu Miners. Last night, a tough game for the Miners as they go down 10-2 to this Chinooks team, as the Miners look to bounce back tonight against the Chinooks. Starting lineups for the Miners, as they are hitting the bats first in today's ball game. Kobe Boulware will lead things off. He's in left field. Tyler Porter to follow after that. He's at second base. Eric Webb is in center field. Batting cleanup is Tanner Carlson at third base. DHing tonight is Cody Huff, followed by Justin Kirby. He's in right, as first baseman Aaron Walters will follow after that. Sam Thompson behind the plate tonight catching, and then rounding out the order in the 9 spot is Caden Hogan, and he is at short. Defensively for the Chinooks, Sam Brace will toe the mound as he will throw to Joe Brazil. Ethan English will be at first, Patty McCormick at second, Pate Fullerton at short, and Jack D'Amelio at third. For the outfield, Daniel Freeman is in left, Jess Davis in center, and Hayden Keller is in right, as Kobe Boulware will look to get things going here to lead things off in the top of the first inning. Sam Brace is making his 8th start of the season, has no starts against the Miners, but has a 4.26 ERA in 38 innings of work, as the first pitch of this ball game is underway for a called strike one. As the 0-1 pitch is fouled straight back, and the count will go to 0-2. Bowler, a 250 hitter out of the University of Arkansas, getting ready in the right-handed batter's box to Sam Brace on the mound, as the 0-2 pitch bounces off the dirt for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the first inning. A comfortable 70 degrees here in Chugiak, as Brace's 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Tyler Porter to follow. He's not normally the Miners' number 2 hitter, but he will be batting second tonight, as Coach Tyler LeBron continues to change the lineup and try to make substitutions as to who's hot and who's not, as the first offering to Porter will miss low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first inning with Tyler Porter at the plate. 1-0 pitch on its way is in there for a called strike 1. The count evens up at 1-1 with 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top of the first inning, as Tyler Porter gets set and ready. The 1-1 pitch, and it'll miss upstairs, as the fastball goes by Porter for ball 2. 2-1 is your count. 2-1 pitch from Brace on its way will miss inside for ball 3, and the hitters count to Porter now at 3-1. As Porter gets ready in the left-handed batter's box. A lefty-on-lefty matchup, as the 3-1 pitch will miss low for ball 4. So Porter will take first on the walk. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. The 19th walk for Sam Brace on the season, as Eric Webb will get set and ready for his chance at bat here. 1 out with a man on first. Brace looks over to Porter. The first pitch to Webb on its way will be in there for a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out so far here in the top of the first inning. No balls put in play yet, with a strikeout to lead things off and a walk to follow to put Porter on first. Brace ready, will throw over to first to keep Porter over. Porter back in time, as Brace gets ready on the mound. Brace gets set and ready. The 0-1 pitch on its way is grounded down the third base line, but just foul, as the count will go to no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Eric Webb at the plate. Brace looks in to get his sign. Ahead to Webb, 0-2. Brace ready, kicks and deals. 0-2 pitch, and that will miss low for ball one. 1-2 is the count here in Chugiak. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the. No hits so far for the Miners as Brace gets set and ready. Double looks. Porter at first as the 1-2 pitch is fouled straight back against the fence. And the count will remain 1-2 as Webb will stay alive here. Eric Webb batting .357 on the year as he gets ready in the right-handed batter's box. The 1-2 pitch on its way is grounded down the third baseline, and that will go foul again. Count remains 1-2, 1 out with Tyler Porter at first. He got there on a walk. Kobe Boulware led things off with a strikeout as Tanner Carlson will stand on deck to see what Webb can do here with a 1-2 count here in the top of the first inning. Sam Brace on the mound for the Chinooks gets set and ready. The 1-2 pitch is popped up to center. Jess Davis out there under it and will make the catch for out number 2. So the story of last night's game was runners left on base that haunted the Miners all night as they were only able to get 2 runs across. And Brandon, what can you tell us more about how the Miners can fix that tonight?
Well, just some missed opportunities last night. Runners at third with 1 out and unable to punch them in, whether it was pop-outs or strikeouts, and that's the key is situational hitting. Miners have been better at, struggled a bit to start the year. We'll see how it pans out today as Tanner Carlson digs in.
First pitch swinging over to Jack D'Amelio at first. The throw in time for the 3rd out of the inning. So Miners will leave a runner on base, but gets no hits, no errors, and no runs scored. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Miners 0, Chinooks 0.
Gotta aim it towards the plate.
And here you are in the bottom half of the first inning. Myers unable to get anything on a 1-out walk in the first inning as Tom Barnhouse will toe the mound for the Miners in his first career start. He started one of the Scout Showcases game, but that game was a non-league matchup as he will face off against the Chinooks for the second time, first time starting as he went 2 innings pitched, allowing 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout in his 1 time against the Chinooks this season as the first pitch to Pate Fullerton will be fouled out of play for strike 1. The Chinooks lineup looking like Pate Fullerton will lead things off. He's at short. Jess Davis is in center batting second. J. Paul Fullerton is batting third. He's DHing as the cleanup spot goes to Daniel Freeman in left as the 0-1 pitch is popped up out of play for strike 2. Following Freeman is Hayden Keller. He's in right as Ethan English follows that. He's at first. Joe Brazil is behind the plate. He's batting 7th. Jack D'Amelio batting 8th. He's in 3rd. And rounding out the Chinooks order is Patty McCormick, and he is at second base tonight. Tom Barnhouse on the mound for the Miners. 1-2 count to Pate Fullerton as the 1-2 on its way is lined down the third base line, and that will trail foul, and the count will remain 1-2. Miners looking defensively. Tom Barnhouse on the mound as he'll be throwing to Sam Thompson behind the plate, Aaron Walters at first, Tyler Porter at second, Caden Hogan at short, and Tanner Carlson at third as the 1-2 pitch is on its way. Will miss upstairs for ball 2, and the count leaving up at 2-2. Outfield for your Miners, Kobe Bulwer is in left, Eric Webb in center, and Justin Kirby is in right. The 2-2 pitch from Barnhouse on his way will miss low and inside, and the count will go full to Pate Fullerton. Barnhouse in the ABL this year has 3 1/3 innings of work with a 2.70 ERA. 4 walks to 1 strikeout as the 3-2 pitch is lined into the gap of right and center field, as that will get down for a leadoff walk for Pate Fullerton.
And good range there by Eric Webb. That one had extra bases written all over it in the gap, but good speed by Webb to track that ball down and get it back into the infield quickly. You saw Fullerton rounding first was looking dead red at 2, but good job there to hold him to a single.
Jess Davis to follow Pate Fullerton. Fullerton will stand at first with no outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Tom Barnhouse on the mound. Brandon, what can you tell us about him and his start today?
Well, Barnhouse just looking for a bounce-back game. You see a runner on first here to start as pitch to Jess Davis in there for a called strike. And the big key tonight for this Miners pitching staff will be to throw strikes. They struggled a bit with their command last evening, a season-high 10 walks as a team, as throwing strikes obviously the most important thing. Don't want to give away bases.
0-1 count to Davis. Barnhouse ready as Davis squares the bunt, pulls it away in time for a ball 1. 1-1's the count. No outs here in the bottom half of the first inning here at Lee Jordan Field. Scoreless ball game at 0-0. Chinooks just broke the game open with the game's first hit with a single, as Pate Fullerton will stand at first. No outs here in the bottom half of the first inning as Barnhouse will throw over to keep Fullerton honest. Fullerton has 1 stolen base already on the season for the Chinooks. The 1-1 pitch is grounded to Porter at second. He'll tag Fullerton for out number 1. So good awareness there to just apply the tag. Unable to throw over to first, but able to get the lead runner, as Davis will go down with the fielder's choice as Fullerton's tagged out for out number 1. Davis now stands at first. J. Paul Fullerton will now come up to the plate as the brother of Pate Fullerton will be DHing this ball game. Tom Barnhouse stands on the mound, righty on lefty matchup, as he steps off the rubber and re-step right back on to get this at bat going to J. Paul Fullerton. Barnhouse stands ready. Looks in, gets his sign, will throw back over to first to keep Davis honest over there. Davis with 13 stolen bases on the season, a threat to steal in any situation. He's ready to go any day of the week as he steps up in there at first. And he goes on the first pitch to Fullerton. Unable to throw down is Sam Thompson, as Davis will head over to second now with 1 out. Thompson and Barnhouse now having a talk over here, as Davis will steal his 14th base on the season. Davis stands in that second. Fullerton at the plate, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Chinooks looking to get an early lead here against the Miners. Barnhouse stands ready. The 1-0 pitch on its way will miss low for ball 2. Barnhouse stands ready. Davis gets his lead over at second. The 2-0 pitch is fouled straight off of Thompson's helmet for strike 1. 2-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Miners and Chinooks are tied at 0, with the Chinooks threatening to score here with a runner on second and only 1 out. Fullerton a 237 average on the season. Stands in at the plate. Righty on lefty matchup. The 2-1 pitch is popped up out of play down the third base line. And the count will even up at 2-2. Barnhouse stands ready. 2-2 count to J. Paul Fullerton at the plate. Davis dancing around at second. The 2-2 pitch misses outside for ball 3. An off-speeder topping it out at 72 miles an hour for Tom Barnhouse on the mound. Full count now to J. Paul Fullerton as he stands ready with a full count. Barnhouse ready on the mound. Davis ready at second. And J. Paul Fullerton ready at the plate. The payoff pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Big out there by Barnhouse to get 2 outs here. Bringing up Daniel Freeman.
Batting for the Chinooks, number 44, the left fielder Daniel Freeman.
Freeman got things going for the Chinooks last night with a 2-run home run in the second inning as the first offering to him is in there for a called strike 1 as Barnhouse gets ahead early. Freeman a 200 hitter for the Chinooks on the season. Stands in with an 0-1 count. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. 0-1 pitch on its way is a curveball that's in there for a called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with just Davis at second here in the bottom half of the first inning. Chinooks looking to possibly get a run across here in the bottom half of the first inning and take an early lead. Barnhouse ahead in the count. 0-2 pitch on his way. Will miss low as Freeman was able to bring the bat back in time for ball 1. 1-2 is your count. Daniel Freeman ready at the plate. Barnhouse ready on the mound as Davis gets his lead off of second. 1-2 pitch on its way. Fouled straight back right above us there at the press box as that'll be a foul ball and the count will remain 1-2. Barnhouse ready at the belt on the mound. The 1-2 pitch fouled straight back, and the count will remain 1-2 as Freeman will stay alive here with another foul ball. Freeman 19 RBIs on the year, looking for his 20th in this situation. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Davis gets his lead. The 1-2 pitch misses just outside. Barnhouse thought that was strike 3 as he was walking back to his dugout. But home plate umpire says otherwise, and the count will go even at 2-2. 2's on the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Barnhouse looks in to get his sign. Stands ready on the mound. 2-2 count on its way. Checked his swing. Home plate umpire says he went a drop third, strike, throw over to first in time for out number 3. So the Chinooks get a hit. Will leave a runner on base. No errors and no runs scored in the bottom half of the first inning. We head to the top half of the second inning as we stay scoreless here at Lee Jordan Field.
17, Cody Huff.
Cody Huff to lead things off here in the top half of the second inning. First pitch from Brace on its way to Huff is in there for a called strike one. A 1 pitch on its way will miss inside, and the count leaving up at 1-1 to Cody Huff at the plate. The Scottsdale, Arizona native stands ready in the right-handed batter's box. A lefty on righty matchup here for Huff. 1-1 pitch on its way is in there for a called strike two to Huff at the plate, as Huff goes down the count now 1-2. Huff, a .288 hitter for the Miners, is second on the team in average, as the 1-2 pitch will miss for ball two, and the count leaving up at 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out to Cody Huff at the plate, as the Horizon High School graduate gets ready here. 2-2 pitch on its way from Brace. It's grounded over to short. Pate Fullerton makes the play, bobbles it a little, throw over to first will be in time for out number one. Good job by Fullerton to recollect himself and able to make that play in time for out number one, bringing up the home run derby champion in the ABL, Justin Kirby. Kirby, a .243 hitter out of Kent State University, as he gets set and ready in the right-handed batter's box. As Brace looks in for his offering. The first offering to Kirby is grounded over to short. Fullerton makes the play, the throw over to first in time for out number two. So back-to-back ground outs over to short for the first 2 outs of the inning will bring up Aaron Walters to the plate. Walters batting .227 on the season. A lefty-on-lefty matchup against Sam Brace on the mound. Brace so far has worked really well through this Miners lineup, as the first offering to Walters is in there for a called strike one. Has allowed no hits and only 1 walk through 1 2/3 of an inning, as the 0-2 pitch in there for a called strike two. As Brace, wasting no time, stands ready on the mound. The 0-2 pitch on its way will miss outside, as the 76-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Aaron Walters. Nobody on here in the top of the second inning, as the 1-2 pitch will miss low for ball two. And there's 2s on the board here in the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to Aaron Walters at the plate. Brace ready, the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for the second strikeout on the night for Brace, as Walters goes down on strikes for the third out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down here in the top half of the second inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and no runners left on. As we head to the bottom half of the second inning, we have a 0-0 ball game here at Lee Jordan Field. So Myers getting an early call the bullpen here. Evan Floyd will come in for Tom Barnhouse here in the second inning. Floyd 1-0 on the year with a 3.76 ERA and 14.1 innings pitched. This will be his third appearance against the Chinooks on the season, as he has 6 strikeouts and 7 walks to his name. Stands in ready against Hayden Keller at the plate. First pitch to him will miss low for ball 1. 1-0 is the count to Hayden Keller. Not quite sure what the short outing for Tom Barnhouse is for, but we'll get that word to you as soon as we get it, as the 1-0 pitch will be fouled out of play, and the count will leave it up at 1-1. Injuries, a thing for the Miners, has had a lot of this season, as if Barnhouse does have an injury here, it might be costly for the Miners, as the 1-1 pitch will miss inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Ethan English on deck. Joe Brazil in the hole here in the bottom half of the second inning, as the 2-1 pitch is lined down the first base line, but that will go just foul, as that had extra bases written all over it if it stayed fair. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs in the bottom half of the second inning. A 0-0 ball game here at Lee Jordan Field. Keller stands in the left-handed batter's box. Floyd ready. The 2-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch will miss outside for ball 3, and the count will go full to Keller. So back-to-back innings where the leadoff hitter is facing a full count, as Floyd gets ready on the mound. The payoff pitch on its way is popped up to right field. Justin Kirby appears to be under it and will make the catch for out number 1. Keller retired on the fly out to right field, brings up Ethan English to the plate. English, a .250 hitter, making his 28th appearance for the Chinooks. We'll get ready in the right-handed batter's box. A righty-on-righty matchup for Evan Floyd on the mound. Floyd set and ready. The first offering fouled straight back, and the count will go in Floyd's favor early with no balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Scoreless ball game here in Chugiak. No hits for the Myers and 1 hit for the Chinooks, as the 0-1 pitch misses outside for ball 1. And the count will even up at 1-1. Floyd agrees with the first sign offered. 1-1 pitch on its way. Home plate umpire says he went around all the way to the pitch in the dirt, so the count will go in Floyd's favor at 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Floyd gets set and ready, wasting no time. 1-2 pitch on its way misses inside, and the count will even up at 2-2. A beautiful day for baseball here in Chugiak. Clear skies, as it's in the low 70s. Should stay that way all game, as the 2-2 pitch will miss outside for ball 3. Similar weather to last night. Last night was a little more cloudy here in Chugiak, but today it's clear skies and sunny, as it is a beautiful day for baseball. Floyd gets ready on the mound. The 3-2 pitch on his way is popped up to center field. Eric Webb running over, gets under it, and will make the catch for out number 2. So back-to-back full count pitches that are flown out to the outfield, as Joe Brazil will come up to the plate. He is the catcher for the Chinooks tonight in this ball game, as Brazil gets ready in the right-handed batter's box, as he's batting .179 for the Chinooks this season. Floyd gets ready with the first offering to Brazil in there for ball 1, as that pitch misses on the inside part of the plate. 1-0 is the count to Brazil. 2 outs, nobody on here in the second inning, as the 1-0 pitch from Floyd on its way just misses for ball 2. Brazil gets set and ready in the right-handed batter's box. Floyd ready at the belt on the mound. Looks in, 2-0 pitch on its way, swung on and missed for a call. Strike one. Two balls, one strike, two outs in the bottom half of the second inning. Evan Floyd on the mound for the Miners, coming in for Tom Barnhouse, who started off the ball game. 2-1 pitch on its way, popped up out of play, and we have twos on the board here in the second inning as 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to Joe Brazil at the plate. Floyd looks in and gets his sign, shakes the first one off, agrees with the second. Takes a deep breath, 2-2 pitch on its way, fouled straight back, and the count will remain 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Joe Brazil at the plate. Has the 2-2 pitch off speeder in the dirt for ball 3, and Brazil works the count full. So 3 straight batters that have worked the count to full for Floyd on the mound. Payoff pitch on its way. Popped up in the infield as they're blocking off the sunlight. It appears Tyler Porter under it and will make the catch for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Chinooks as no runners will be left on. No errors and no hits, no runs scored as we head to the third inning. Miners 0 and the Chinooks have 0 as well. Here in the top of the third inning, Sam Thompson to lead things off for the Miners as the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in this third inning. Sam Brace on the mound, ready for the first pitch as the breaking ball is in there for a swinging strike one. Thompson falls behind the count early with no balls, 1 strike, and no outs here in the top of the third inning. Brace working the 0-1 pitch is popped up to right field as Caden Keller is under it and makes the catch for out number 1.
Coming to the plate for the Miners, number 10, the shortstop, Caden Hogan.
As Caden Hogan comes up to the plate, the 051 hitter out of Long Beach State gets set and ready in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Hogan has been struggling this year at the plate, but got a few hits in the Scout Showcase as the 0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike two. Hogan takes a long walk outside of the right-handed batter's box and enters right back in. Brace ready with the 0-2 pitch, as that is in there for a called strike three. Third strikeout on the night for Brace, as the top of the lineup for the Miners will be Kobe Boulware at the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the night with a strikeout. Boulware, a .250 hitter at the University of Arkansas. Brace ready on the mound. The first offering to him is in there for a called strike one. Boulware down the count early with no balls, 1 strike and 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. As the 0-1 pitch is lined down the third baseline, that will drop for a single. Boulware rounds first, heading for 2, as the throw will not be in time, as Boulware is in there for the stand-up double. So Miners get their first hit of the night here in the top of the third inning, as Boulware stands at second. Porter now ready at the plate in the left-handed batter's box, as he has no plate appearances on the night, as he was walked in the first inning. Lefty on lefty matchup. Sam Brace ready on the mound. The first offering to Porter will miss outside for ball one. Brace gets set and ready. Looks over to Boulware at second. The 1-0 pitch will miss for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to Porter at the plate. Sam Brace, the southpaw out of Lawrence Tech, on the mound for the Chinooks, working in his third inning of work. Here now stands with a runner on second and 2 outs. Tyler Porter at the plate. Brace gets ready. The 2-0 pitch on its way, swung on and missed by Porter, as the count now moves to 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs with a man on second for the Miners. Porter, a 140 hitter out of Long Beach State, stands in ready at the left-handed batter's box. Sam Brace ready on the mound, looks in to get his sign. Stands set and ready on the mound as the 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike two. 2's on the board here in the third inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, as Tyler Porter stands in with the man on second. Colby Boulware doubled with 2 outs to get things going for the Miners here in this inning, as we still have a scoreless ball game here in the third inning. 2-2 count on its way is grounded down the first base line. That will go foul, and the count will remain 2-2. Eric Webb stands on deck if it goes to him. In this situation with 2 outs, Tanner Carlson would follow, as Brace stands ready on the mound. Looks over to Boulware at second. The 2-2 pitch on its way will miss low for ball 3. Count goes full to Tyler Porter at the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Full count. Porter at the plate, as Brace looks in, shakes the first sign off, agrees with the second, stands ready and set on the mound. Will step off and look down Boulware at second and re-toe the mound to regroup himself. Porter stands in, ready in the left-handed batter's box. The payoff pitch on its way, grounded straight back as it hits him and will go into fair territory, but will be a foul ball. Count remains full. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Miners lost a big one last night, 10-2 to the Chinooks, as they're looking to bounce back today. Brace stands in ready on the mound, looks over to Boulware at second. Kicks and deals the payoff pitch, and that misses inside, as they say, it hits Porter, but it doesn't matter. would have been ball 4 anyways, as Porter will take first. Porter walked in the first and now will be hit by pitch here in the 3rd inning, bringing up Eric Webb to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the ballgame with a fly out to center in the 1st inning. As he steps in here, runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. First offering to Webb, misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Tyler Porter stands at first, Kobe Boulware at second. 2 outs with Eric Webb at the plate. Sam Brace gets set and ready on the mound. Looks over to Boulware at second. The 1-0 pitch will miss inside for ball 2. If you're Webb in this situation, what are you looking for with 2 outs and runners on 1st and 2nd?
Well, just to see one over the plate here, up 2-0 in the count. Looking for a fastball here. At least I would be at the plate. If it's right over the plate, crush it into the gap, but wait until you see one good since you're ahead 2-0.
2-0 pitch from Brace on its way in there. Hits the inside part of the plate for strike 1, and the count moves to 2-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Miners have no runs on 1 hit and no errors to the Chinooks. No runs on 1 hit and no errors. As Brace stands in, set and ready on the mound, the 2-1 pitch misses outside for ball 3. Boulware got the second on a double. Porter filled in first on the hit by pitch. Eric Webb stands ready at the plate with a 3-1 count to his name, as Joe Brazil will run out to Sam Brace on the mound to have a quick little pitcher-catcher meeting to try and calm him down in this situation. Hitters count to Webb at the plate. Porter gets his lead off of first. Boulware gets his lead off of second. Webb stands ready in the right-handed batter's box. 3-1 offering on its way. Swung on and missed. And will be in there for strike 2. And we have a full count. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. So runners will be going on the pitch here in this situation. The Miners leading hitter in average stands ready at the plate. The payoff pitch on its way in there for a called strike 3. 4th strikeout on the evening for Sam Brace. 2nd strikeout of the inning, as Webb is down on strikes for the 3rd out. So the Miners will leave runners on 1st and 2nd. They will get 1 hit in the inning. No errors for the Chinooks and no runs scored for the Miners. We head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We have a scoreless ball game at 0-0. Here are in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Chinooks here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Scoreless ball game at 0-0, as Evan Floyd on the mound will miss upstairs to Jack D'Amelio at the plate to lead things off. D'Amelio out of Hillsborough, California. stands in ready in the right-handed batter's box. Floyd ready on the mound as the 1-0 pitch is fouled. Straight back, and the count leaving up at 1-1. Combined 2 hits so far in this ballgame through 2.5 innings of play. Jack D'Amelio stands in at the plate. 1-1 pitch on the way from Floyd as the 84-mile-an-hour fastball is in there for a call to strike 2. One-two pitch on its way from Floyd will miss just outside. The count leaving up at 2-2 to the 209 right-handed hitter Jack D'Amelio at the plate. Floyd set and ready. 2-2 offering on its way. Misses inside. And the count will go full for the 4th straight batter. As these batters are really making Floyd work here in that second inning. All 3 batters went to a full count. And all of them flew out as the 3-2 offering swung on and missed for strike 3. So Evan Floyd 4-0 against batters so far on the night when they go to a full count. Has knocked down all 4 batters he's faced as well. As Patty McCormick, the 9th hitter out of Hampshire, Illinois, stands in at the plate. First offering a breaking ball that goes right in for a strike 1. Third strikeout on the night for the Miners. First one for Floyd as the 0-1 pitch gets away from Thompson for ball 1. And then the throw back to Floyd gets away from him as the count evens up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. A tied 0-0 ball game. Nobody on, 1 out with Patty McCormick at the plate. Evan Floyd stands in ready. The 1-1 pitch on its way fouled. Out of play down the first base line, and the count moves to 1-2. Floyd steps in ready at the belt on the mound. The 1-2 pitch on its way as the breaking ball is in there for a called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Floyd. His 2nd on the night, 4th for the Miners, as the top of the lineup for the Chinooks, Pate Fullerton, stands in at the plate. The Chinooks' only hit of the night occurred in the 1st inning with leading off Pate Fullerton, who got that hit. He stands in ready, 1 for 1 on the night, as the first pitch to him is a strike 1, as the home plate umpire says he went around, and the count moves to 0-1 to Pate Fullerton. 0-1 pitch from Floyd on its way. Misses just outside for ball 1. The count leaving up at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Floyd set and ready on the mound. The 1-1 pitch misses inside. Count moves to 2-1 to Fullerton at the plate, as the Searcy, Arkansas native out of Jefferson College stands in ready in the left-handed batter's box. Floyd set and ready. The 2-1 offering is lined right up the middle. That's going to drop for a 2-out single, as Fullerton seeing the ball well tonight and is accounted for the 2 hits that the Chinooks have of the inning. So Pate Fullerton goes 2 for 2 on the ball game. Jess Davis now stands in at the plate, as Davis is 0 for 1 on the ball game with a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. Floyd looks over to Fullerton at first. will throw over, not in time, as Fullerton is back safely. Fullerton re-gets his lead over at first. In front of first base by 2 or 3 steps is Pate Fullerton, as the first offering to Davis is in there for a called strike 1. Davis ready at the plate. Fullerton over at first. 0-1 count with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. A scoreless ball game. As the throw over to first, not in time, as Fullerton gets back safely again. Fullerton 2 strides off of first, gets thrown back again in time. And Fullerton's back in time for the 3rd pick-off attempt. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Fullerton stands off of first. The 0-1 pitch is popped up down the 3rd baseline. Tanner Carlson running over as far as he can, as that will go out of play. And Floyd is ahead in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes to Jess Davis at the plate. Davis 0 for 1 on the evening as he stands in at the plate, batting .270 and 2nd on the Chinooks roster in average. Fullerton gets his lead off of first. Davis stands in ready at the plate. Righty on lefty matchup. 0-2 pitch on its way, grounded through the hole in between first and second baseman Aaron Walters and Tyler Porter, as the throw to third not in time. They'll throw over to second as he's also in there on time, as Fullerton will move over to third in that situation. Jess Davis will move to second with the double. So a perfectly placed ground ball in between Aaron Walters and Tyler Porter gets through to the outfield, as speedy Jess Davis was seen second all the way in that situation, as he'll take second, and Fullerton moves over to third. So Chinooks threatening to score here with a 2-out rally, as they have runners on second and third with J. Paul Fullerton at the plate. Fullerton 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in that 1st inning. Will stand in ready here, batting .237 on the season. Floyd ready. The first offering is popped up out of play. 1 strike, no balls, and 2 outs to J. Paul Fullerton. Fullerton trying to bring in his brother over at third. Jess Davis stands at second. A speedy runner that with any single could possibly score. 0-1 pitch to Fullerton. In there for a called strike 2. As Floyd now 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Floyd started off the inning with 2 straight strikeouts and then with 2 straight hits. Has now runners at second and third, as the 0-2 pitch is in there for a called strike 3 to end the inning. Chinooks get 2 hits in that inning, will leave 2 runners on in scoring position. No errors and no runs scored. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Brandon Monty will come on the mic for the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, as this is Nick Velan. Happy as always to bring you guys Matsu Miners baseball. As we head to the top of the 4th inning, we have a 0-0 ball game.
Brandon Monty back with you here in the top of the fourth inning at Lee Jordan Field. Still scoreless here between the Miners and the Chinooks as Tanner Carlson digs in, takes a first pitch strike, and now bounces one over to third. Up with it is the third baseman. D'Amelio throws over to first, but it's way over the head of Ethan English to the screen down the right field line as Carlson is able to advance to second base on the error. So looked like a routine play for Jack D'Amelio, but the throw was airmailed way over the head of English, had no chance of that one, and now Tanner Carlson is standing in scoring position with nobody out here to start the top of the fourth inning. As coming up to bat now will be Cody Huff. Huff on the day, a ground out to short, his first time aboard. Huff standing in against the left-hander Sam Brace from the stretch, deals. First pitch misses outside and low for a ball, 1-0. Huff, a .288 hitter, 9 RBIs and 6 hits over his last 3 games. He has been on fire against these Chinooks. Carlson standing on second, Brace ready. The glove out in front of the chest gives Carlson 2 looks. Now the 1-0 pitch. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0. Huff, a Stanford commit, has talked so far this season about how playing against collegiate competition will help him more than he did against high schoolers. And I say Cody Huff's been holding his own up here, Nick.
Yeah, he has been for sure. He's definitely against the Chinooks, especially in his last 2 ball games. He's really been hitting his stride as in that game before the All-Star break, and then coming into this series, he started off against the Chinooks 2 for 2 with 2 singles, so it doesn't get better than that for Cody Huff.
He's ahead in the count now, 3-0. Runner at second, nobody down here as Carlson standing on second after the error from third baseman Jack D'Amelio, as Huff taking all the way as he watches a 3-0 fastball paint the outside corner for a called strike 1. Sam Brace leans in, making his 8th start on the year, 2-2 record, 4.26 ERA and 38 innings of work. As the 6'5 lefty is ready, comes set and deals 3-1. As the pitch is in there for a called strike 2 on the inside corner, so the count is run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, nobody out. Still scoreless here in the top of the fourth inning from Lee Jordan Field between your Matsu Miners and the Chinooks. Brace shakes off one sign. Now he's got what he likes. Huff at the dish. Kirby waiting in the on-deck circle. 3-2 pitch on the way. Misses outside for ball 4. So the first 2 men of the inning reach base. Tanner Carlson to second on the error, and now Cody Huff draws a free pass. He reaches base for the first time on the evening, as coming up to bat is Justin Kirby, the 6th hitting right fielder. Kirby hitting .243, has played in all games this season for the Miners, making his 32nd appearance. Has been slumping as of late, though, 0 for 10 over his last 3 games. Grounded out to short his first time around. First and second, nobody down. First pitch on the way to Justin Kirby. In there at the knees, called strike 1. For the Miners and the Chinooks, this is the 6th time that these 2 teams have met this year. Miners 3-2, dropping last night's game 10-2. In fact, both losses for the Miners this year against the Chinooks have been 10-2. 0-1 the count. 6'5 lefty from Lawrence Tech, Sam Brace is ready as the 0-1 pitch is fouled straight back off the press box, and that one will go out of play, 0-2. That foul ball brought to you by Napa Auto Parts with locations in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. You're always covered if a foul ball does damage to your car. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. 0-2 the count. Runners at first and second, nobody down. Miners looking to strike first here in the 4th. 0-2 is grounded over towards short. Up with it is Fullerton, and no, he bobbles it as it skips into the outfield. Tanner Carlson is coming home. He will score without a play, and the Miners lead it 1-0. The second error of the inning comes back to bite the Chinooks, as first it was D'Amelio at third, and now Fullerton bobbles the ball at short as it skipped past him into the outfield. And now the Miners taking advantage. They lead 1-0, top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, now the Miners are finally, wrecking havoc and making the other team make errors, as is usually the other way around in these recent ball games, especially when the trip down to Kenai, with a lot of unforced errors that led to runs. they're now making the other team make errors and allowing them to score some runs here.
Got to take advantage of your opponent's mistakes. We'll see if the Miners can cap on. His first pitch to Aaron Walters is lined into right field. That's a base hit. Cody Huff is getting waved home from third, and he is going to score without a play. It's an RBI single for Aaron Walters, and the Miners now lead it 2-0. So 2 errors and a walk to start the inning. Aaron Walters gives the Miners their first hit of this inning, their second of the ball game, as now the pitching coach for the Chinooks, Chris Beck, going out to the mound to have a word with Sam Brace here. First and third, nobody out. Miners now up 2-0. Nick, so far so good here in this inning, capitalizing on these Chinook mistakes, and Aaron Walters makes him pay with an RBI single.
Yeah, he does, and he's one of those go-to guys for the Miners. When there's runners in scoring positions, he's in there to get a hit. No outs now, runners at the corners for the Miners. You like their chances here in this opportunity to score big with no outs and runner in scoring position.
2-0 the score for the second straight game here. The Miners striking first. Last night they did it in the top of the first inning on a Cody Huff RBI single, and tonight capitalizing on 2 errors, and then Aaron Walters getting an RBI single. That is RBI number 16 on the year for Wally. He's third on the team in that department. As coming up to bat is Sam Thompson as he looks to keep the rally going. First and third, still nobody down here, top of the fourth inning, as the Miners threatening to break things open here early. Brace ready from the stretch. First pitch is a bunt back to the pitcher, and Brace bobbles it, picks it up, and he'll have no play. So Sam Brace was looking to throw over to first, but drops the ball, and that's the third error of the inning. The Chinooks defense struggling all across the infield. Third baseman Jack D'Amelio airmails the throw, and now Sam Brace and shortstop Pate Fullerton both bobbling routine plays. So the bases are now loaded, nobody out, and coming up to bat for the Miners is Caden Hogan. First pitch to him is flown out to right field. We'll see if it's deep enough to score. Kirby is going to tag him at first, but then is held up as a fly out there for Hogan is the first out of the inning. Not quite deep enough to bring Kirby home. As originally David Dennis was thinking to send him home there over at third base, but hesitates as still bases loaded now with 1 out. The corners and the infield playing in, middle infield in double play depth, as there are ducks on the pond for the Miners still, 1 down. Coming up to bat, the top of the order with Kobe Boulware. Brace is ready. The 6'5 lefty comes set from the right side of the rubber. First pitch from the stretch, misses outside. Ball 1, 1-0. With his last double, Boulware extending his hit streak to 6 games. Also has 5 stolen bases in each of his last 5 contests. 1-0 count. The pitch. Low, ball 2. After this game, the Miners back at home tomorrow at Herman Brothers Field to take on this Chinook squad to end a quick 3-game series. That one starts at 6 o'clock. All home games for the rest of the season for the Miners will begin at 6. 2-0 pitch. Waved at and missed by Boulware, 2-1. Again, the 6th meeting of the year between these two teams. They'll meet 5 more times, 3 of which will be here at Lee Jordan Field, 2 at Herman Brothers, back in Palmer. Bases are still juiced, 2-1 count, 1 out, Miners up 2-0, looking for more. Brace ready, the 2-1 pitch. High and outside, 3-1. And Nick, a walk just as good as a hit here, 3-1. You're going to be sitting dead red as a batter looking for your pitch, but a walk brings in an RBI too.
Yeah, especially early on in the ball game, you're looking to get as many runs as possible. Get ahead early here in the 4th inning, where hits are not coming easy for either team.
3-1 pitch on the way is lined towards left center field, and that one's going to find a gap. Extra bases for Boulware. Kirby trots home. Walters coming in. He will score. And rounding third is Sam Thompson, and he will score without a play as well. It's a bases clearing triple for Kobe Boulware, and the Miners are up 5-0. So after the offenses were held stagnant in the first 3 innings of this ball game, the Miners take advantage of 3 hits now with 2 RBI hits in the inning. One by Aaron Walters, a single, and then a gap shot to left center field for Kobe Boulware as he stays hot at the plate. It's 5-0 Miners in the top of the fourth. Tyler Porter steps in. Boulware at third. Porter at the dish. One out. First pitch to him. Waved at and missed for strike one. Chinooks infield now playing in on the grass portion of the turf as they'll look to go home with a ground ball here. Other action in the ABL. We've got a close one out in Anchorage. Oilers-Bucks tied at 2 in the top of the fifth. Brace ready from the stretch. 0-1 is just below the knees. Ball one. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 5-0 Miners. Just 3 hits in this ball game for this Mat-Su Miner team. They've capitalized on 3 defensive mishaps for the Chinooks here in this top of the fourth to put a 5 spot on the board. 1-1 pitch. In there, outside corner, called strike 2. Miners left 6 men on base during the first 5 innings of last night's game, but that hasn't been a problem here today. They've already pushed 5 across here in this 4th inning, looking for more. 1-2 count to Tyler Porter. The pitch is grounded over towards second. Up with it, the second baseman, Patty McCormick. He flips over to first in time, and that one will not bring Kobe Boulware home. So it's a ground out for Porter. Runner on third, 2 outs, and coming up is Eric Webb. Webb so far on the day, a fly out to center field and struck out looking to end the third. Gets another crack at it here in the fourth as the Miners have almost batted around here in this inning. Runner at third, 2 outs. Sam Brace ready. The first pitch is lined left field, and it'll just skip to the left of the foul line. Out in left, foul ball, 0-1. Boy, that one had double written all over it. Nick Webb just a little bit out in front of that pitch.
Yeah, I'd like to see if he can get around on another one here. He's eager for a hit, 0 for 2 in the ball game with a high average. He's due up for a hit soon.
0-1 pitch is hit well out to left field. This one has a chance, and it is going to bounce off the wall in the left field corner. Webb rounding first. He is heading for 2, and he is in with a standing double. The 6th run of the inning for the Miners comes on an RBI double from Eric Webb. His 10th double of the season. He increases his hit streak to 11 games. Also 25 RBIs now on the year for Webby. That's an ABL best. And the Miners lead it 6-0. And 5 outs for the Chinooks here in this top of the 4th inning. Those errors really coming back to bite them, Nick.
Yep, errors cost runs, as the saying goes, and only 3 hits for the Miners on this inning, and they've made those errors count.
As the first pitch to Tanner Carlson is fouled out of play. 0-1 the count. That foul ball brought to you by the Palmer Golf Course, located just 5 minutes away from Herman Brothers Field. It's a great place to go out to the links and work on your golf game this summer with all the beautiful weather we've been having here in Alaska. 0-1 the count. Runner at second base, 2 down. Tanner Carlson at the dish. Sam Brace ready. The 0-1 is grounded, bounced over towards second base. McCormick is up with it, throws over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. The side is retired, but not before the Mat-Su Miners put a 6 spot up on the board. It is 6-0 entering the bottom of the 4th. The Miners taking the lead, capitalizing on some defensive miscues from the Chinooks, also getting 3 RBI hits from Aaron Walters, Kobe Boulware, and Eric Webb. We'll be right back with you. Bottom of the 4th coming up next. Back with you here in the bottom of the fourth. Brandon Monty alongside Nick Veland as the first pitch to Daniel Freeman from Evan Floyd is a swing and a miss, strike one to start this bottom half of the fourth inning. The Miners put up a 6 spot in the top half as they now lead these Chinooks 6-0 as the 0-1 pitch on the way to Freeman. Another swing and a miss, so the count quickly goes to 0-2. Starter Tommy Barnhouse goes just 1 inning on the night. Floyd in his 3rd inning of relief and has looked very sharp so far. Floyd is ready. The 0-2 pitch. Low, ball 1. Daniel Freeman at the plate, hitting right on the Mendoza line entering this game, 200. It is first home run of the season last night. 1-2 pitch on the way from Floyd is inside, ball 2. Thompson tried to frame it, but the home plate umpire says no dice, so the count 2-2. Freeman, 7 RBIs against the Miners so far this season, his most against any team. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, grounded towards the hole at third, diving stop by Carlson, but it bounces off his glove and Freeman will have himself an infield single. So a good effort there by Tanner Carlson as he laid out to stop the ball, but it trickled out of his glove as Freeman is able to reach base. Both teams now with 4 hits on the evening as Hayden Keller will dig in. Keller so far on the year, 270 hitter. He's been red hot as of late. 3 multi-hit games in his last 4 contests. Freeman gets about a 3-step lead off of first. The first pitch to Keller is popped up about a mile high on the infield. This one will go into foul territory. Carlson's underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1. So a big first pitch out there from Floyd. Good response by the right-hander as Keller is set down on just 1 pitch, and coming up to bat, the dangerous power hitter Ethan English. English, a 250 hitter, 13 RBIs, 21 runs. Leads the league with 43 strikeouts so far on the season. So far on the day, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Floyd is ready. First pitch to English is popped up. This one out to right field. Justin Kirby battling the sun is underneath it, makes the catch, and there are 2 away. So 2 first pitch outs in a row after allowing the leadoff man to reach on a leadoff single. As Nick, I highly doubt on this at-bat that Joe Brazil will be swinging on the first pitch unless it's right there after 2 straight guys set down on the first of the at-bat.
Yeah, being down by a large deficit early, hitters are eager to swing away as fast as possible and try to get some hits here and get things going. So that's why they're swinging early here. And with Joe Brazil to the plate, he took on the first one and it was a strike. So he's down the count now, 0-1.
Good locating by Floyd there on the fastball in the low and outer part of the plate. He's ahead 0-1. Runner at first, 2 down. The pitch. Waved at and missed by Brazil. Thompson thought about a snap throw, but just faked, so the count 0-2. Evan Floyd has 12 2/3 scoreless innings since giving up 6 against these Chinooks on opening day. Now 14 2/3. Looking to make it 15 here. 1 strike away from doing so. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. Good chase pitch there. Count 1-2. Joe Brazil, 0 for 11 in his last 3 games. Popped out to second his first time aboard. Stands back in, just 1 for 17 this year against the Miners. Freeman is going. 1-2 pitch misses. The throw down to second base is not in time. So a late call by the umpire at second base. It appears the ball may have been bobbled by shortstop Caden Hogan at second, as the umpire was looking to see if the tag was applied and the ball was still in his glove. It appears it was not, so Freeman picks up a stolen base, his 6th on the year in 7 tries. 2-2 count. The pitch is popped up. Out to center field, into the right center field gap now. Eric Webb is underneath it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Leadoff man reaches for the Chinooks, but they can't do anything with him. We're through 4 here at Lee Jordan Field. The Matsu Miners leading the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks 6-0. Top of the fifth here at Lee Jordan Field. The Miners 6, the Chinooks nothing, and there's a new hurler on the bump for John Gross Chinooks. It's going to be right-hander Joey Levitt as Sam Brace's day is done after 4 innings of 6-run ball. Not all runs earned, however, as the Chinooks 3 errors in the top of the 4th inning that helped spring a 6-run inning for the Miners. This is Levitt's 13th appearance on the year. No decisions, 2.50 ERA in 18 innings of work. Levitt into the windup. First pitch to Cody Huff is painting the inside corner for a called strike 1. Levitt, the team leader in ERA for the Chinooks at 2.50. Just 5 earned runs allowed on the season. Back into his motion is Levitt. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one too far inside, 1-1. Levitt's last appearance against the Miners, July 10th, went 1 inning, a 1-2-3 inning for that matter, as he's back into the motion. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses low and outside, so 2-1 now to Cody Huff. Huff, a recent state champion at Scottsdale High School, was in fact the longest game in Arizona state championship history, went 16 innings. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball again missing in front of the plate in the dirt, 3-1. And now the throw back to the mound even goes over, throwing out to second base as Levitt trying to regroup here. A native of Garden Grove, California. Opponents hitting .286 against him on the year. 20 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 12 strikeouts, 3 walks as the 3-1 pitch is chopped foul. Huff ahead of that one as he grounds it over towards the Chinooks dugout on the third base side. 3-2 is our count. Nobody on, nobody out. Cody Huff leading off for the Miners, top of the 5th inning. Levitt into the windup, 3-2 pitch, waved at a miss for strike 3. So Huff is set down. Levitt picks up his 13th strikeout on the year as he sets the first man down of the inning. Nobody on and 1 out, and Justin Kirby coming back up.
Batting for the Miners, number 6, Justin Kirby.
Kirby on the day, 0 for 2, a ground out and then reached base on an error. He's grounded to short in both of his plate appearances on the day. Scored one of the Miners' 6 runs in the top of the 4th inning. The 6'2 righty Levitt is ready as the first pitch is a breaking ball at 73 miles an hour. Misses downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Levitt, a native of Biola University, had a 3.74 ERA there this past year as the 1-0 pitch is fouled to the right side, and that one's out of play, 1-1. That foul ball brought to you by Napa Auto Parts with locations in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. You're always covered if a foul ball does damage to your car. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. 1-1 on the way is low. Good layoff there by Kirby on a changeup at 71 miles an hour, so 2-1 now the count. Kirby enters today a .243 hitter. Looking to snap out of a mini slump here over his last 4 contests as the 2-1 is grounded back to the mound. Levitt picks it up, throws over to first in time for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down here for the Miners in this top half of the 5th as Aaron Walters, who picked up an RBI single in his last plate appearance, steps back in. Walters, one of 4 hits on the day for this Miners team. 1 for 2, struck out swinging his first time around, and then singled and later scored in that 6-run top of the 4th inning. Levitt is ready, looking to work another 1-2-3 inning as the first pitch to Walters, a breaking ball, missing in the dirt, 1-0. Beautiful night here for some baseball in Chugiak. Temperatures in the low 70s with barely a cloud in the sky as Walters bounces one over to second base. Charging in is McCormick. He flips over to first in time for out number 3, and the side is retired. Joey Levitt comes into the game and works a 1-2-3 inning in relief for the Chinooks. We're through 4.5 here at Lee Jordan Field. Chinooks coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Miners ahead, 6-0. Bottom of the fifth coming up here, Lee Jordan Field with the score. Your Matsu Miners 6, the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks nothing, and a new pitcher here, the third so far on the day for the Miners. It's going to be a right-hander, number 12, Brett Irwin. Irwin making his 6th appearance on the season for the Valley's finest, as the first pitch is in there for a called strike one to the 8th hitting third baseman, Jack D'Amelio. Irwin 1-2 on the year. 2.57 ERA and 14 innings of work, as the 0-1 pitch is a changeup at about 75 miles an hour, missing low and outside, 1-1. D'Amelio, in his only plate appearance of the day, struck out swinging back in the third. Irwin back into his motion. The 1-1 pitch from the windup misses downstairs, 2-1. 4 of the 5 contests this season between the Miners and the Chinooks have been decided by 8 runs or more. The 2-1 pitch on the way is fouled straight back at us, and look out, the camera has taken a tumble. As we'll try to fix that one here for you. The camera is out in front of the fence here on the backstop, so always got to be a little paranoid of those foul balls. So 2-2 the count. Jack D'Amelio up at the plate to start the bottom of the 5th inning, as the 2-2 pitch is fouled back. This one over the press box this time, so the count remains 2-2. As Nick, you okay over there? I saw you flinch. I just got to check on you. That one was a little closer that time, so we're just making sure you're okay over there. As the 2-2 pitch is on the way, and it's low for a ball. 3-2 as the counts run full to D'Amelio.
Yeah, the foul balls here are coming at you fast, so I'm a flincher, so.
Well, tell that to the camera.
It happens. I mean, the camera stands in there for anything, so.
It's doing well. Hasn't done us wrong to this point, as the 3-2 pitch on the way from Brett Irwin misses low for ball 4. So D'Amelio reaches base on a free pass to start the bottom of the 5th. And for Irwin, that is walk number 5 on the season. Coming up is the 9th inning second baseman, Patty McCormick. 125 hitter on the year, has struggled against the Miners. 0 for 8 with 4 punch-outs in 3 games versus Matsu this year. D'Amelio gets his lead from first. Irwin ready from the stretch. First pitch to McCormick right there at the knees for a called strike one. Good locating there by the right-hander from Fairfield, California. Irwin's 6th appearance on the year, his 3rd in relief, has 3 starts. Middle infield in double play def. D'Amelio gets his lead off of first, as the 0-1 pitch is grounded foul towards the third base dugout of the Chinooks. McCormick ahead of that one as the count 0-2. Irwin, a good off-speed threat on the mound. Fastball tops out in the mid to high 80s, but has a good assortment of off-speed pitches, including a curveball. He's ready at the belt. Gives the nod to the catcher. The 0-2 pitch is lined straight back at us, and the count remains 0-2. So the Chinooks hitters making Irwin work here. They've made really the whole Miners pitching staff work over these past couple of days. A lot of foul balls, as Nick, these Chinooks hitters really working the counts.
Yeah, they are. They're really making these pitchers for the Miners work here and get their outs.
0-2 pitch, and as we speak, it's fouled off to the right side, out of play. So again, 0-2 the count.
Evan Floyd, his first 4 batters that he faced, all went to full counts, and just long at bats for these Chinooks batters. They're fighters up at the plate, and they won't back down easily.
0-2 the count. Runner at first base. Nobody out. The runner in the form of Jack D'Amelio. Patty McCormick at the plate as the 0-2 pitch is waved at a miss for strike 3. Good strikeout there by Irwin. A good bounce back from the walk to set McCormick down for the first out of the inning. And coming up to bat is Pate Fullerton. The 6th strikeout of the night for this Miner pitching staff. 1 man on, 1 man out. And coming up is Fullerton, who has seen the ball very well this evening. 2 for 2 with a couple of singles to his credit thus far. D'Amelio gets his lead. First pitch outside. Nothing doing there at first base as the count 1-0. The Chinooks a half a game out of 4th in the ABL standings at the moment. Fourth place, the final playoff spot in this Alaska Baseball League. 1-0 the count. Irwin is ready again, working from the stretch off the right side of the rubber as the 1-0 is grounded over towards second. Sliding stop by Porter, gets to his feet, throws over to first, but the throw pulls Walters off the bag. A good diving stop there by Porter, trying to recollect himself, but wasn't quite able to make the play. And as we see, they're going to give Pate Fullerton an infield single on that one. The 5th hit of the ball game for the Chinooks, the 3rd for Pate Fullerton. So the situation now 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Sam Thompson heads out to the mound to have a quick word with his reliever, Brett Irwin. As we'll see how far the Miners go into their bullpen tonight. Nick, last night, a good amount of work for the Miners pitching staff as we saw 3 relievers come into the game.
Yeah, you can see some pitchers now just kind of just start walking around, getting loose out there, as they're hoping to get Brett Irwin at least one more inning after this, possibly.
First pitch to Davis is lined over the head of Aaron Walters, down into the right field corner. This should be extra bases. Rounding third is D'Amelio. He's coming home to score. Davis trots into second, Fullerton to third. It's an RBI double for Jess Davis, who continues to be scorching hot against these Miners. Second straight double for Jess Davis. He's now 2 for 3 on the evening. The Chinooks are on the board. It is now 6-1. Miners still in the lead, but the Chinooks threatening. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and coming up to bat, the number 3 hitter, the designated hitter, J. Paul Fullerton. Irwin looking to work his way out of a jam. First pitch, fouled off to the left side, out of play. So far on the night, 2 strikeouts for Fullerton. 1 swinging, 1 looking. Stands back in, enters today's game, a .237 hitter. As 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. 0-1 the count. Miners up 6-1, but Chinooks threatening to slice more into that lead. The 0-1 pitch is lined down the right field line. This one's going to stay fair. It's extra bases for Fullerton. Fullerton will score easily. Jess Davis comes in as J. Paul drives in his brother Pate, and just like that, the lead is cut in half. The Miners now lead 6-3 as J. Paul trots into second base with a double. Back-to-back RBI doubles for these Chinooks, as the score now 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at second, 1 out, and Thompson again heading out to the mound to have a word with his pitcher, and now pitching coach Jeff Erlab will do the same.
I was just about to say, right before he got that hit, a single here will cut the lead in half and now make a ball game out of it. It was 6-0. Thought it would be game pretty much over with the Miners way ahead, but a few swings here gets them right back into it, as the lead now is cut into half, and the Chinooks are not done yet with the runner on second and only 1 out.
The Chinooks showing a lot of fight. They've cut the lead in half here in this bottom of the 5th inning. 3 runs already on 3 hits. As coming up to bat is Daniel Freeman, number 44, playing left field and hitting clean up today. He's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout to this point. Speedy Jess Davis standing on second. Chinooks have another man in scoring position. 1 out. Brett Irwin still on the bump, looking to work his way out of trouble and hold the damage to 3 here in this bottom of the 5th, as the first pitch misses low and away for a ball, 1-0. Every game big here for every team in the Alaska Baseball League, with the standings as tight as they are, as the 1-0 pitch is low, just downstairs below the knees, 2-0. Again, the Chinooks a half a game out of the playoffs as we speak. And other ABL action, the Bucks have pulled ahead 5-2 in the 6th inning out in Anchorage, as the first place Bucks looking for their 7th consecutive victory. Irwin gives a couple of looks to Davis at second as the 2-0 pitch waved at him. Missed. Big hack there by Freeman, but he came up empty, 2-1. The Miners currently sitting 4 games out of first place with the Anchorage Bucks. They only have 1 more meeting face-to-face this year, as they are 5-5 split through the first 10 matchups, as the 2-1 pitch is hit high in the air out to right center field. Eric Webb is running to his left, is underneath it, makes the catch. Jess Davis thought about tagging up, but he steps right back to second base after taking about 3 quick steps off of the bag. So the fly ball not deep enough to move Davis to third. A big out there for Irwin, the second of the inning. Still a runner on second base, and Hayden Keller coming back up for the Chinooks. Keller so far on the evening, 2 outs via a fly ball, 1 to right field, and then a pop out to third in his last plate appearance, 0 for 2. Left-hander stands in, native of Minden, Nevada and Mendocino Community College. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Keller, 8 RBIs in his last 4 games. He has an RBI in every game against the Miners so far this season. 1-0 is the count to him, the pitch. Off-speeder in there at about 74 miles an hour. Paints the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Brett Irwin looks to get out of this inning with 3 runs allowed and hold the damage to just that. 1-1 pitch is popped up high on the infield. Irwin says he has it, and he does, as he snags it right inside the first base line, and the side is retired. But the Chinooks cut the lead in half in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're through 5 here at Lee Jordan Field. Miners still holding a 6-3 lead. We're back here, top of the 6th at Lee Jordan Field. Brandon Monty with you alongside Nick Veland. Happy as always to be bringing you Matsu Miners baseball here on YouTube Live. This is game number 32 of the 43rd season of Miners baseball, as the Miners currently leading the Chinooks 6-3 in the top of the 6th inning. The first pitch from Joey Levitt to Sam Thompson, a breaking ball that misses above the letters for ball 1, 1-0. Chinooks cut the lead in half in the bottom of the 5th. Miners still up 6-3 though, as the 1-0 pitch is lined right down the left field line, just out of the reach of a diving Jack D'Amelio, as Sam Thompson is going to trot into second base with a leadoff double. Good piece of hitting there by Thompson, his 3rd double on the season, as the Miners have a man in scoring position here to start this top of the 6th, as they're looking to put some crooked numbers up here for the first time since the 4th. Sam Thompson getting the Miners off to a good start, and Caden Hogan coming up now. Hogan, 2 RBIs on the season. Enters today an .051 hitter out of Reno, Nevada and Long Beach State University. So far on the day has struck out and flown out. Levitt ready from the stretch. Deals. First pitch misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. And Nick, things have yet to get testy here today between these two teams. As we noticed last night, late in the ball game, some tempers flaring, not out of control, just a few little chirps back and forth at the end of the ball game. You want to tell us what that was about in case the fans may have missed it as the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed?
Well, I believe in the 8th inning, the Miners were trailing the Chinooks 9-2, and the Chinooks got a single. And when it was a pitch, as that was fouled out of play, and the count would go to 1-2, and he stole second, which, being ahead by 7 runs, is kind of iffy to steal in that situation. But then he got a big lead off of second and then stole third in that situation. And all the coaches for the Miners were kind of, wondering what was going on with that coaching staff. The first base umpire was trying to, calm down the Miners fans on the first base line.
As the 1-2 pitch misses in the dirt, bounces off the catcher Joe Brazil, and that's going to allow Sam Thompson to reach third on the wild pitch. So now 2-2 the count. But anyways, continue.
And then at the end of the game, when the coaches went to shake each other's hands, they had a few words back and forth, but that player that stole was not in today's lineup, so I'm not really sure if it's because of that stolen base issue, just to kind of keep him safe if something were to happen, if the Miners were to try to retaliate, which I doubt they would, but just the Chinooks being safe here in the situation.
2-2 pitch runs inside and plunks Hogan right on the shoulder. So right as we speak about things getting a little testy, Hogan gets plunked. Don't think there were any bad intentions behind that one, especially in a 6-3 ball game. Here's the Chinooks trying to fight back as Hogan will reach first base. So Kobe Boulware up. It's back to the top of the order, and he's had himself quite the day thus far. A bases clearing 3 RBI triple in his last time around to spearhead a 6-run top of the 4th for the Miners as they have a chance to add on here as Boulware looks to add to his RBI collection. Those 3 RBIs were his first 3 of the season. As he steps back in, first pitch to him on the way is grounded hard towards third, takes a bad hop and gets by D'Amelio into left. Sam Thompson's going to trot in. He will score easily. A dive by Hogan as he's in at third. Boulware advances to second on a double. So have a day, Kobe Boulware. 3 extra base hits on the evening for the Arkansas Razorback as he's standing on second, Hogan at third. Miners now up 7-3. Kobe Boulware has 4 RBIs on the evening. As Tyler Porter steps in second and third, still nobody down. The infield now playing in for the Chinooks as all infielders playing on the grass portion of the turf. Levitt is ready. He's got himself in a jam, trying to work his way out as the first pitch is blooped out towards left field, and this one's going to drop. It gets by D'Amelio down the left field line for a base hit. Caden Hogan trots home. As we'll see how that's scored. I don't think D'Amelio got a glove on it, so I think that will go down as a base hit. It should. As if it does, that's the 7th hit of the ball game for the Miners as they put up a 2 spot here in the top of the 6th, and they now lead it 8-3.
Perfectly placed hit there.
I'd say.
By Tyler Porter, basically where the left fielder Daniel Freeman had no shot of getting it. Pate Fullerton had a sprint to have a shot at that one, and then Jack D'Amelio had to make an over the shoulder, basically behind the back catch, and he was unable to do that.
First pitch to Eric Webb, waved at and missed for strike 1. D'Amelio's had a tough day over there at third. He has 1 error and has also had to deal with some tough hops and some very interesting plays. Wasn't quite able to get that one, like you said, on an over the shoulder. Would have been a tough play running backwards as they throw back over to first base. As Tyler Porter slides in safely, he just picked up his 6th RBI of the season. As one Long Beach State player driving in another. Runners at the corners, nobody out. 0-1 pitch to Webb. Popped up, foul, and this one is going to get out of play to the right side, 0-2. And Nick Webb's got a new look going. I think a lot of people took notice of it in the club as he's got the flow going and then shaved down to the stash. What do you think of his new look? Personally, I'm a big fan. I think most of the team is too.
And he also has a little part that's kind of hard to notice of the chin that's unshaved too. that he let grow out. So
0-2 pitch, a hit and run, and it's popped up over on the left side of the infield. D'Amelio is underneath it, makes the catch, and Porter has to go back to first. As something going off here in the clubhouse, not sure what it is.
sounds like rain or something.
Yeah, it sounds like rain, and there we go, it's gone. So,
That was,
thankfully.
that was weird.
A little scary there. I wasn't sure what was going on. There's no rain here. It's a beautiful night.
I thought it could also be a technical issue. But
Yeah.
headsets were off and that sound was still blaring in this.
Throw back to first base is in time, and Webb is picked off. Tyler Porter picked off at first base. Good snap throw by Levin, and a big out number 2 there. As the infield retreats back into its normal formation here for Tanner Carlson, who steps back in. Carlson on the day, 0 for 3. Reached and scored on an error back in the 4th inning as the first pitch to him is fouled straight back over the press box out of play, 0-1. 0-1 the count, runner at third base in the form of Kobe Boulware, 2 outs. Miners ahead 8-3 over the Chinooks, both teams with 7 hits, but the errors have been the difference maker in this ball game. None for the Miners, 3 for Chugiak. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball waved at and missed. Good pitch by Levitt. Count goes to 0-2. And as we can see, Nick, the Miners very aggressive at the plate here again tonight, as they've been swinging away, and it has paid dividends as they're up 8-3. As they're turning the tables from last night's game, Boulware gets a walking lead. Carlson grounds one just foul to the left of the third base line, so the count remains 0-2. Carlson picked up his first triple of the season last night, and just the second of the year for the Miners as a team. They're currently 5th in the ABL in that department. 0-2. Upstairs for a ball, 1-2. Carlson, a .213 hitter. 4th on the team in RBIs with 14 of them. Has a chance to add to that total here. Runner at third, 2 outs, 1-2 the count, 8-3 in favor of the Miners. 1-2 pitch, waved at and missed for strike 3. It was a quick drop, but Brazil applied the tag and the side is retired. Miners put up 2 more though. 8-3 now the score. Chinooks coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. Back with you in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Lee Jordan Field as Brett Irwin back out on the hill for the Miners. Ethan English is the first man up, Joe Brazil to follow, and then Jack D'Amelio in the hole. The 0-1 pitch now to English, misses low and outside for ball 1, 1-1 the count. Miners adding to their lead, gave up 3 in the bottom of the 5th, but quickly got 2 back in the top half of the inning. 1-1 pitch to English. Fastball good locating there by Brett Irwin as he paints the lower and
outside part of the plate, 1-2. Chinooks entering today 10-22. The Miners 19-12 as the 1-2 pitch misses outside and low for a ball. So we're even. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Ethan English leading things off here for the Chinooks in the bottom half of inning number 6. Irwin from the windup, the 2-2. Hit high in the air, out towards shallow left field. This one hit way up as the left fielder Boulware is underneath it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And Nick Kobe Boulware playing left field tonight, got the start at second base last night, but struggled defensively, including 1 error. He's also played center this year as Tyler LeBrun's been moving him around a little bit over these last 5 or so games.
Yeah, and I like him in left field with these Long Beach State guys that are being very good defensively in the infield. Put him out in left, so you have Eric Webb in center field.
First pitch to Brazil, a grounder to first short. It's a diving stop, but he throws over to first, not in time. So Brazil able to beat it out for an infield single. As we see right there, Caden Hogan, a great defensive play, but couldn't quite make the throw. A tough play to make as Brazil picks himself up an infield single as he snaps an 0 for 13 skid with that one. And the Chinooks now have a base runner with 1 down here, bottom of the 6th. And coming up is Jack D'Amelio. D'Amelio walked and later scored in the bottom half of inning number 5. Gets another crack at it here in the 6th. Runner at first, 1 out. The pitch is lined toward right field. That's a base hit. First pitch swinging is D'Amelio, and he reaches first on a single as it goes right through the hole at first and second. And 2 straight singles here for the Chinooks. First and second, 1 out. And coming up to bat is Patty McCormick, the 9th inning second baseman. Eight to 3 our score here, bottom of the 6th inning. Chinooks held scoreless through the first 4, picked up 3 in the bottom half of inning number 5. As they're looking to add on to it here and cut the deficit once again. Brett Irwin is ready. First pitch to McCormick is chopped foul to the left side towards the on-deck circle of the Chinooks. It's 0-1. Other action going on in the Alaska Baseball League. Top of the 7th inning over at Mulcahy Stadium. The Anchorage Bucks leading the Peninsula Oilers 6-3 as the Oilers trying to cut into the deficit. They have won in the inning already, looking to add on. 0-1 pitch is low for a ball as a snap throw down to first base, not in time. And no, that one did catch the lower part of the plate, excuse me. So the count now 0-2. First and second, 0-2 count. 1 out here, and no, it is 1-1, excuse me. I just couldn't see the call there. 1-1 the count. Irwin is ready. Gives 2 looks to second base. Now the pitch. McCormick squares and draws a bunt down the third base line. A good bunt, too. Irwin picks it up, and he'll just eat it as McCormick picks up an infield single. Patty McCormick reaches on a good bunt down the third base line, and now the Ducks are on the pond for the Chinooks. Bases loaded, 1 out, and not the guy you want to see if you're the Miners pitching staff right now, Nick Pate Fullerton, who's been hot today. 3 at-bats, 3 singles.
Yeah, definitely not. He's red hot right now, and he's singled later, scored in the 5th, singled in the 3rd, and singled to lead off this ball game. And we'll see what he can do here in this 6th inning with bases loaded.
Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch, a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike 1. Irwin trying to work his way out of danger again here in the 6th. 3 Chinooks aboard, 1 out. Fullerton at the dish, the 0-1. In the dirt, good block by Thompson as the count 1-1. 10 hits on the day for this Chinook squad, 3 in a row now, 3 straight singles. 2 of which were on the infield. The Chinooks averaging 7.5 hits a contest, 4th in the ABL. Irwin takes a deep breath, the 1-1. Misses high and outside, 2-1. Irwin out of UC Davis in Fairfield, California. A 6-foot, 185-pound righty who just finished his sophomore year with the Aggies. The Friday starter for them this past season. 2-1 pitch. Misses low and inside, 3-1. Miners pitching staff much better control of the strike zone here this evening. As Irwin looks to work his way back, just one walk allowed for the Miners pitchers tonight. 3-1 pitch, grounded over towards first. Walters up with it, throws to second for one. Hogan is able to pick up the throw, was a bit errant off to the left and low. Good snag there to save extra bases and an error. Chalk that one up as an RBI fielder's choice for Pate Fullerton. As the score now 8-4 in favor of the Miners. Jess Davis standing in for the Chinooks, and he's been hot. 2 straight doubles here in his last 2 at-bats. There are runners at the corners with 2 down. As now Sam Thompson steps out in front of the plate to call out a play for the Miners infield. Davis entering today's contest had 5 hits in his last 3 games. Currently the league leader in triples and stolen bases. First pitch to him. Popped in the air, foul to the left side, out of play, count 0-1. That foul ball brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. With locations in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla, you're always covered if a foul ball does damage to your car. Visit www.napaalaska.com for more information. First and third, 2 outs. 0-1 the count. Chinooks already have 1 in the inning as Irwin steps off and gives a glance over to Fullerton at first, but no throw. Irwin back on the rubber. The 6-foot right-hander working from the right side of the slab is ready at the belt. From the stretch, the 0-1 pitch. Waved at and missed by Davis. Strike 2. Fourth pitch coming up in the at-bat for Davis, who's reached base in every plate appearance on the day. 2 doubles and a fielder's choice. Also stole a base back in the first inning. This is his 14th on the year in 18 tries. Irwin is ready. 0-2 pitch. Waved and a miss for strike 3. A big punch out there for Irwin to retire the side. Chinooks get 1 in the bottom of the 6th, but that's it. Miners still leading 8-4 after 6 innings. I'll throw it back over to Nick Veland for the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. This has been Brandon Monty, happy as always to be bringing you Mat-Su Miners baseball all season long. The Valley's finest coming to bat in the top of the 7th, and they'll be facing a new pitcher for the Chinooks when we return.
Batting for the Miners.
Here we are in the top of the 7th inning here at Lee Jordan Stadium as the sun starts to set here in Alaska as the 5, 6, 7 hitters are due up for the Miners as the first pitch to Cody Huff will miss for ball 1. New pitcher for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks, number 10, Tyler Wincoop out of Huber Heights, Ohio, toes the rubber for the 7th inning as the first 2 pitches will be balls for him here in the top of the 7th inning to Cody Huff. Huff 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. He also walked and later scored in that 4th inning where the Miners got 6 runs as the 2-0 pitch will miss low for ball 3. Wincoop has played in 11 games for the Chinooks with 13 innings of work with a 6.92 ERA to his name. He comes in the 7th inning as the Miners lead this one 8-4. 3-0 pitch to Huff misses low for ball 4. So the second walk of the night for Huff puts the leadoff man on with Justin Kirby coming up to the plate. Kirby out of Alpharetta, Georgia is 0 for 3 on the night with a ground out in the 2nd, an error in the 4th, and a ground out in the 5th. Lefty on righty matchup as Wincoop gets set and ready on the mound. Huff gets his lead off of first. First pitch to Kirby misses for ball 1. 5 straight walks for Wincoop on the night as the Indian Wesleyan University Southpaw gets this 7th inning of relief action in. 1-0 count to Justin Kirby. The 1-0 pitch on its way in there for the first strike of the inning, which will even the count up at 1-1. Cody Huff stands at first. Justin Kirby at the plate, and Aaron Walters stands on deck. Miners lead this one 8-4 as the 1-1 pitch misses upstairs and inside for ball 2. Miners get 6 in the 4th inning, but the Chinooks battle back in the 5th, scoring 3. Then in the top of the 6th inning, Miners get 2 more runs to extend their lead to 5, but the Chinooks not backing down, as in the bottom half of the 6th inning they got 1 across as the 2-1 pitches popped up in the infield. Running over is second baseman Patty McCormick under it and will make the catch for out number 1, excuse me. Kirby pops up for the first out of the inning. Aaron Walters now up at the plate, as Walters is 1 for 3 on the night with a single in the 4th inning and a ground out in the 5th and a strikeout in the 2nd. He stands in with a runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch to him is a fastball in there for a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Aaron Walters at the plate. 0-1 pitch. Off speeder, misses for ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch is popped up out of play, and the count moves to 1-2 here at Lee Jordan Field. Sun beginning to set down the 3rd base line as still plenty of sunlight left in the night as the sun barely sets here in Alaska. Just gets a little bit darker than when the sun is out as the 1-2 pitch thrown over to first. Not in time as Huff is back in time safely over at first. Lefty on lefty matchup between Wincoop and Walters. 1-2 pitch on its way in there for strike 3 for the 2nd out of the inning. So after 5 straight balls from Wincoop, he regroups, gets a pop out from Kirby and a strikeout from Walters to get 2 outs in the inning, bringing up Sam Thompson. Thompson 1 for 3 on the night, He doubled and later scored in the 6th inning to lead things off. He reached on an error in the 4th inning and later scored, and then flew out in the 3rd inning as the first offering to him is upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 is the count to Thompson. In an 8-4 ball game in favor of the Miners here in the top of the 7th inning. Cody Huff stands over at first, 2 outs, with Sam Thompson at the plate. 1-0 pitch on its way, misses outside for ball 2, and the count goes in Thompson's favor early, 2-0. Thompson stands ready in the right-handed batter's box. When Coop gets his sign, looks over to Huff at first. The 2-0 pitch on its way, misses outside for ball 3, and Thompson runs the count to 3-0. Thompson should be tanking here unless he sees something that he really likes. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs with a man on first. Wincoop ready with the 3-0 as that misses upstairs for ball 4, and Thompson will take first base. Cody Huff moves to second, and Caden Hogan will come up to the plate.
At the plate for the Miners,
Hogan 0 for 2 on the night. He reached in the 6th inning and later scored in that one on a hit by pitch. He flew out in the 4th and struck out in the 3rd as the Long Beach State Dirtbag stands in the right-handed batter's box. When Coop gets his sign, Huff gets his lead off of first. Thompson gets his lead off of first. Huff gets his lead off of second. When Coop steps off the mound and retoes it as he gets ready for the first offering to Caden Hogan at the plate. Hogan stands in. First offering on its way, grounded down the third baseline, foul for strike 1. Wincoop is ahead early on in the count, 0-1 as Thompson was swinging on the first pitch, fouling it down the third base line. As Wincoop is ahead here, 0-1 with 2 outs with 2 on here in the top of the 7th. 0-1 pitch on its way, popped up, out of play right behind us, and the count moves to 0-2. Both walks for Wincoop in this inning were on 4 straight balls to Cody Huff and Sam Thompson. As Hogan stands in here with an 0-2 count. 0-2 offering on its way, curveball in there for strike 3. And that'll be your inning. Some confusion on the field, but at the end of the day, that's strike 3 for out number 3. As the Miners will leave 2 on no hits, no errors, and no runs scored. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here at Lee Jordan Field as the Miners lead the Chinooks 8-4. New pitcher for the Miners here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Grant Sloan out of the University of Indiana will toe the rubber here. Coming in for Brett Irwin. As he'll face off against the 3-4-5 hitters for the Chinooks, as the first pitch goes in the dirt for ball 1 to J. Paul Fullerton. Fullerton 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a double in the 5th inning. As we'll see what he can do here in the 7th inning as the Miners lead the Chinooks 8-4 as the 1-0 pitch misses inside for ball 2. 2-0 is the count on 2 initial wild pitches out of Grant Sloan out of the pen, as Sam Thompson will come out and have a word with Grant Sloan just to probably calm him down and get him back to throwing his usual stuff. Grant Sloan steps in ready. The 2-0 pitch on its way in there for a called strike 1. 2-1 is the count to J. Paul Fullerton. As Sloan on the year has had 10 appearances with 12 innings pitched. He has a 4.5 ERA and a 2-2 record on the season as the 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1. 3-1 is your count here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Sloan kicks and deals the 3-1 that misses outside for ball 4. And the Chinooks will have a leadoff man on at first. Daniel Freeman now steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout in the first, a single in the 4th, and a flyout in the 5th inning. Other ABL action. The Anchorage Bucks will lead the Peninsula Oilers 7-3 in the top of the 8th inning, as the Bucks hold a 4-run lead. As the other 4-run lead on the night comes in here. Miners lead the Chinooks 8-4. Grant Sloan ready on the mound. 0-1 to Daniel Freeman as the 0-1 pitch will miss down low for ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. No outs with a runner on first. Miners have 8 runs on 7 hits, no errors. To the Chinooks 4 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. The 1-1 pitch gets behind Sam Thompson as J. Paul Fullerton will reach second on the wild pitch.
Catch that, Sam.
As the count moves to 2-1, Daniel Freeman at the plate. Hayden Keller on deck with Ethan English in the hole as J. Paul Fullerton will move to second on the wild pitch. And the Chinooks have an early runner in scoring position. Sloan ready, the 2-1 pitch on its way in there for a called strike 2. As Sloan is going to have to work his way out of this one to get out of here unscathed. 2-2 is the count to Freeman, as Freeman checks his swing, went around for strike number 3. Freeman set down on strikes, brings up Hayden Keller. Keller 0 for 3 on the ballgame with 2 pop-ups and a flyout, as he'll look to see what he can do here in the 7th inning with a runner in scoring position. That was the 8th strikeout on the night for the Miners pitching staff, as the first pitch to Keller is swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out to Keller at the plate. English stands on deck, waiting his turn as the Chinooks trying to get a rally here to get back into this ball game. 0-1 pitch on its way, misses low for ball 1, and the count evens up at 1-1. J. Paul Fullerton stands in at second. He reached on a leadoff walk. Freeman struck out. Now Keller stands at the plate as the 1-1 pitch from Sloan on his way swung on and missed for strike 2. And Sloan gets ahead here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Miners hold an 8-4 lead over the Chinooks. As Sloan gets ready on the mound, looks over to Fullerton at second. Gets set and ready. The 1-2 pitch on its way, grounded over to second baseman Tyler Porter. Porter fields it, throws over to first in time as Hayden Keller is retired. 2 outs now. J. Paul Fullerton able to move over to third on that ground out as Ethan English comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Has been hitting it hard, though, as all 3 were flown out to the outfield. As each outfielder was able to catch one of those balls. The 2nd inning, he flew out to center fielder Eric Webb. 4th inning, he flew out to right fielder Justin Kirby. And in the 6th inning, flew out to Kobe Bulwer as he's hitting the ball into the outfield at all parts of this ballpark. As the 1-0 pitch from Sloan on its way will miss upstairs for ball 2. And the count moves to 2-0. Joe Brazil, 1 for 3 on the day, stands in on deck. Waiting to see what Ethan English can do here with a runner on third and 2 outs. As the 2-0 pitch from Sloan will miss outside for ball 3. And English gets ahead in the count, 3-0. Sloan steps in and ready. The 3-0 pitch on its way is in there for a called strike 1. As English will work his way now with a hitter's count at 3-1. See what he can do here with this pitch from Sloan. With the 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs as the 3-1 pitch on its way misses low for ball 4, and English will take first. Joe Brazil now up at the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. He singled and later scored in the 6th inning. He flew out in the 4th inning and popped out in the 2nd inning as he stands in here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 2 outs and runners at the corners as pitching coach Jeff Erlab will come out to the mound and have a word with his infield. Grant Sloan led off this inning with a walk, struck out the next man, and grounded out Hayden Keller to move the runner over to third, with Ethan English drawing a walk there to put runners at the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Joe Brazil stands ready at the plate as the meeting on the mound has come to a close. Chinooks trying to fight their way back into this ball game. A 4-run deficit here as the Chinooks trail the Miners 8-4. As Thompson gives his sign for the game plan of runners at the corners, 2 outs in the bottom half of the 7th inning to give the infield their sign of what to do in this situation as the first offering bounces off the plate as Sam Thompson was able to keep it in front of him for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 2 on, 2 outs, and a 1-0 count to Joe Brazil at the plate. Jack D'Amelio stands on deck if it were to come to him as the 1-0 pitch misses outside for ball 2. Sloan gets his sign on the mound. Steps up and is ready on the mound. The 2-0 pitch on its way fouled straight back for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Joe Brazil at the plate. Jack D'Amelio stands on deck. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Patty McCormick would be in the hole if it were to come to him. Grant Sloan on the mound for the Miners. 2-1 pitch on its way, grounded down the first base line into the Miners dugout, and the count will even up at 2-2. 2's on the board here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And an 8-4 ball game in favor of the Miners. Sloan agrees on the first sign given to him. Stands in ready. 2-2 pitch on its way is in there for a called strike 3 to strike out Joe Brazil. 9th strikeout on the night for the Miners, as the Chinooks will leave 2 runners on no hits, no runs scored, and no errors as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Miners 8, Chinooks 4. Bulwer stands in ready to lead off this top of the 8th inning. Miners hold an 8-4 lead here in Chugiak at Lee Jordan Field on a beautiful night for some baseball, as the 1-0 pitch from Tyler Wincoop on the mound for the Chinooks will miss outside for ball 2. But quite the night for Kobe Bulwer. 3 for 4, 2 doubles and a triple with 4 RBIs on the evening. Stands in ready with a 2-0 count to his name. 2-0 pitch in there for a called strike 1. 2-1 is his count. First RBI on the season comes in this ball game, batting leadoff. It's hard to come across those, as he has now 4 on the season and 4 tonight. As the 2-1 pitch from Tyler Wincoop popped up out of play by Kobe Bulwer, and the count leaving up at 2-2. Bulwer stands in here in the 8th inning. 8-4 lead for the Miners. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt bounces off Joe Brazil at the plate, and the count moves full to Kobe Bulwer. For Bulwer at the plate, you're seeing the ball great tonight. What are you looking for with a full count pitch?
Really just anything here, like you said. Seeing the ball very well. Already 3 extra base hits. Why not add another one to it?
Payoff pitch on its way, popped up down the first base line and out of play, and the count will remain full for Kobe Bulwer. He doubled in the 3rd, tripled in the 4th with 3 RBIs on that one. In the 6th inning, doubled in a run, as he is accounted for the 8, as the 3-2 pitch misses outside for ball 4, and Bulwer will take first. So in 4 straight plate appearances, will reach base safely, as he leads off this top of the 8th inning with a walk. Tyler Porter now to follow. He is 1 for 2 on the night. Singled in the 6th. Later was picked off in that inning. In the 4th inning, grounded out. And then in the 1st and the 3rd, reached on a base on balls, as the first Offering, he steps off and throws over to Bulwer at first, as Bulwer is as big as a threat as ever to steal second base, and he's always eager to come across and try to steal second, as Wincoop will throw over again to first. As Wincoop set and ready for Porter. First offering, Porter shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. As Bulwer has 8 stolen bases on the season and his 13th game tonight. So he's averaging around 75% of his games he has a stolen base, as the 1-0 pitch is lined down the first base line out of play, and the count leaving up at 1-1. Miners hold a 4-run lead here. Chinooks have 4 runs to the Miners 8. Miners looking to score and add some insurance runs here, as the leadoff walk to Bulwer. No outs, but Tyler Porter at the plate. Eric Webb is waiting on deck. Tanner Carlson in the hole, as Webb 1 for 4 on the night with a 1-1 pitch is missed for ball 1, but Kobe Bulwer running on the pitch will steal safely, and his 9th stolen base of the season to put him at second.
The throw from Brazil almost hit the pitcher. Tyler Wincoop just had to duck out of the way there, just to the right of him.
As that's one of those things for being pitcher, the throw down to second, making it really hard because you have to coordinate Tyler Wincoop to get out of the way of that throw. So Kobe Bulwer stands in at second. Porter at the plate as the 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2, and the count evened up at 2-2. Wincoop stands in his second inning of relief here in the 8th. 3 walks so far on the night for him. 2 strikeouts, as the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Bulwer stealing third, as he'll get in there safely with a stolen base. Bulwer takes third. Porter down on strikes for the first out of the inning, bringing up Eric Webb. Webb 1 for 4 on the night with an RBI double in the 4th, a pop out in the 6th, a strikeout in the 3rd, and a flyout in the 1st. Miners hold an 8-4 lead here, trying to get an insurance run across with Kobe Bulwer at third. Bulwer takes his lead, first offering to Webb. Misses in the dirt for ball 1. Joe Brazil able to keep it in front of him to keep Bulwer over at third. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Eric Webb stands in at the plate. Lefty on righty matchup. 1-0 pitch on its way. Fouled right behind us, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1's on the board with 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Wincoop gets his sign on the mound. 1-1 pitch on its way. Popped up out of play. And the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bulwer stands over at third. Now has 10 stolen bases on the season in his 13th game played. Every time he's on any base, he's looking to steal it, as he stands in at third. 1-2 pitch on its way. Webb able to get a piece of it, hitting it out to center field. Center fielder Jess Davis under it, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Kobe Bulwer to score, as the Miners now lead 9-4. So sacrifice fly from Webb to score Bulwer. 2 outs now on the inning, bringing up Tanner Carlson. Carlson 0 for 4 on the night. He struck out in the 6th, grounded out in the 4th, also reached on an error in the 4th and later scored, and grounded out in the 1st inning. As the first pitch to him is rocked to left field, going back is Daniel Freeman. He'll go as far as he can, but that ball is crushed over the left field fence for a solo shot for Tanner Carlson. Goodbye ball, as Carlson rounds third. Step on home plate and add another run. for the Miners as they now lead this one 10-4. Cody Huff now stands in at the plate. 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out, and has reached base safely with 2 walks. As the first offering to Huff will be in there, for a called strike 1 as that hits that outside part of the plate. 0-1 is your count. No one on, 2 outs, and a 10-4 ball game in favor of the Miners. Second pitch to Cody Huff will miss for ball 1. The count leaving up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch ready from Wincoop as that's grounded off Huff's foot at the plate as he's limping off that one, but appears to be okay. Huff steps back into the right-handed batter's box, appears to be okay off of that situation where fouled it off right on his foot as he stands in ready. 1-2 pitch on its way from Wincoop as that swung on and missed for strike 3 in the dirt as Brazil applies the tag for out number 3. So Miners get 2 across in that top of the 8th inning on 1 hit, which was a solo home run by Tanner Carlson. No one left on and no errors as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Miners lead the Chinooks 10-4. Here we are in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Chinooks. New pitcher for the Miners, Jacob McNary out of the University of Alabama. Leads the team in ERA with a .69. His last earned run was on Wednesday before the All-Star break against this Chinook squad as the 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play and the count moves to 0-1. McNary has appeared in 12 games with 13 innings pitched. Only has allowed 8 runs, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts as the 0-2 pitch is grounded over to Aaron Walters, and he'll take it himself over to first base for the 3 unassisted, out number 1. Bringing up Patty McCormick up to the plate. McCormick 1 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts and a single in the 6th inning. Miners get 2 across in the top of the 8th inning on Tanner Carlson's first home run of the season. That was a solo shot to put the Miners up 10-4 as the first offering to McCormick gets down that first base line, stays fair barely. Kirby misplays it as that will go to the wall. Rounding second, heading over to third is McCormick, and he'll be in there easily with the stand-up triple. So McCormick with a 1-out triple. As that ball barely got over the first base bag to stay fair. Trickled all the way down to where the foul pole is down there. Don't know if that hit the bullpen down in right field, but the bullpen definitely made it some trouble for Justin Kirby to make that play. As McCormick stands in at first as the first offering to Pate Fullerton is rocked deep to left field. Colby Bulwer under it, able to make the catch for out number 2. Tagging up from third is Patty McCormick, and he'll score, which makes it a 10-5 ball game. Now as Pate Fullerton with the sacrifice fly brings home Patty McCormick. Two outs now in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 10-5 ball game in favor of the Miners. McNary on the mound. First offering to Jess Davis is popped up down the third base line. That will go out of play. And McNary gets ahead in the count early, 0-1. Davis is 2 for 4 on the night. He had a fielder's choice in the first inning, 2 doubles in the 3rd and 5th, and then a strikeout in the 6th. As McNary is ahead in the count now, 0-2. 10-5 ball game in favor of the Miners. As McNary ready on the mound, the 0-2 pitch on its way, swung on and missed for strike 3. As in that bottom half of the 8th inning, the Chinooks will get a run across on a sacrifice fly to score Patty McCormick, who had its triple. They had 1 hit, which was that McCormick triple. No runners left on, no errors, and 1 run scored. We head to the top of the 9th inning. Miners hold a 10-5 lead. Justin Kirby to get things going for the Miners here in this inning, as Justin Fox out of Bel Air, Texas, and Trinity University will toe the rubber for the Chinooks here. A right-handed pitcher for the Chinooks as he steps in here in the top of the 9th inning. Justin Kirby to lead things off as Kirby's 0 for 4 on the ball game. He did reach, though, in the 4th inning on an error and later scored in that inning as he steps in the 9th inning. The 10-5 lead in favor of the Miners. 2-0 pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs to Justin Kirby at the plate. As the 2-1 pitch will miss outside. 4 ball, 3. Hitters count now to Kirby at the plate. Chinooks not backing down after almost every single run the Miners score. They're able to score at least 1 back as the 3-1 pitch will miss for ball 4. And Justin Kirby in back-to-back innings, the leadoff man is on a walk. Excuse me, 3rd inning in a row.
For the Miners, number 15, Aaron Walters.
As Aaron Walters will come up to the plate. Walters 1 for 4 in the night. Struck out in the 2nd, an RBI single in the 4th, a ground out in the 5th, and a strikeout in the 7th as the first pitch to him will miss for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Justin Kirby over at first. And a 10-5 ball game in favor of the Miners. As the 1-0 pitch will miss for ball 2. 2-0 is your count. Fox has appeared in 11 games, 16 innings pitched with a 5.06 ERA as he'll fire over to first. Not in time as Kirby's back safely. Fox ready on the mound, looks in, the 2-0 pitch on its way, in there for a call to strike 1. Two, 1 pitch in there to even up the count at 2-2. Kirby over at first in this ball game. The Anchorage Bucks will come up on top against the Peninsula Oilers 7-4. So they now hold a 4.5 game lead over the Miners as the 2-2 pitch is in there for a called strike 3 to get Walters down on strikes for the 3rd time this evening. Sam Thompson coming in up the plate. 1 for 4 on the day with a double in the 6th, and he later scored in that one. He walked in the 7th and reached on an error in the 4th and flew out in the 3rd. Steps in with 1 out and his teammate at Kent State over at first. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Miners hold a 10-5 lead with the Miners having 10 runs on 8 hits and no errors. To the Chinooks 5 runs on 11 hits and 3 errors. Caden Hogan will stand in on deck in this ball game as the umpire will call time for Sam Thompson to get a few extra practice swings in here. Thompson ready in the right-handed batter's box. Fox ready on the mound. The 1-0 pitch on its way misses inside for ball 2. 2-0 is the count. So the Bucks win again tonight as they beat the Oilers for the 3rd time in a row after the All-Star break. A 4.5 game lead in first place as the 2-0 pitch is grounded past the 3rd baseman Jack D'Amelio for a 1 out single. Kirby moves to second. Thompson stands in at first. Hogan ready at the plate. As if the Miners are able to keep the Chinooks off the board in the bottom half of the 9th inning, that 4.5 game lead will go back to 4 as the Miners will play the Chinooks again tomorrow at Herman Brothers Field at 7 o'clock. Excuse me, that game is actually at 6 o'clock as the first pitch to Hogan will be in there for a called strike 1. Oh, no balls, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning. Runners on first and second. 0-1 pitch on its way. Popped up. Running back is Patty McCormick as he's unable to make the catch. Runners will move over 90 feet as that was a tough ball to track down. They'll mark that down as a single, as diving as far as he could, Patty McCormick, as he was unable to make that play. Bases loaded now for the Miners. Top of the lineup, Kobe Bulwer up to bat. Not the man the Chinooks are wanting in this situation. 3 for 4 on the night, as he doubled in the third, tripled in the fourth, doubled in the sixth, and walked in the eighth, as the first offering to him will miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out with runners on every base. Caden Hogan stands in at first, Sam Thompson at second, and Justin Kirby at third. 1-0 pitch from Fox, on its way, grounded over to third, off the chest of Jack D'Amelio. He fields it, makes the play, throws over to first, not in time. As another RBI for Kobe Bulwer will bring home Justin Kirby from third, as that ball was hit hard off the chest of Jack D'Amelio. Good play to keep it in front of him, which would have kept in from possibly another run from scoring, as the Miners now extend their lead to 11-5. Pinch hitting now for Tyler Porter is Ricky Martinez. So he'll come in from Porter. Porter will end the day 1 for 3. Reached base safely in the first and third inning on a base on balls and a hit by pitch. Singled in the sixth and grounded out in the fourth. Struck out in the eighth, and now Ricky Martinez will come in for him here in the top of the ninth. First pitch to Martinez will miss for ball 1. As bases are loaded here, 1 out here in the top of the ninth inning. Miners holding 11-5 lead. 1-0 pitch to Martinez is in there for a called strike 1. Thompson stands at third. Caden Hogan at second. And Kobe Bulwer stands in at first. Bulwer now has 5 RBIs in the night, and he has scored 2 runs. So 7 of the 11 runs are to his name, as the 1-1 pitch will bounce off the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Ricky Martinez at the plate. Bases are loaded here with 1 out in the top of the ninth inning. 1 run has already come across on an RBI single by Kobe Bulwer. 2-1 pitch on its way, popped up, should stay in the infield, as they're calling the infield fly rule is now in effect. Patty McCormick will make the catch anyway for out number 2. So now there's 2 outs on the inning. Pinch hitting now for Eric Webb is Colin Montez, as he'll get a chance to hit here in the top of the ninth inning. Webb will end the day 1 for 4. Had a sacrifice fly RBI in the 8th inning. Popped out in the 6th, doubled in the 4th with an RBI. Struck out in the 3rd and flew out in the 1st. So we'll end the night with 2 RBIs, bringing up Colin Montez to the plate. Righty on lefty matchup. The first offering to him will miss way outside for ball 1. Joe Brazil, though, able to keep it in front of him, as Montez gets ahead in the count early, 1-0. Bulwer at first, Hogan at second, Thompson over at third. Miners holding 11-5 lead, as the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Count evens up at 1-1. One pitch on its way. A curveball, as Montez was able to get a piece of it and foul it right back. And the count will go in Fox's favor of a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the ninth inning. Chinooks will still get an opportunity to hit here in the bottom half of the ninth inning, as they will try to work their way back and pull off a miracle as the 1-2 pitch will miss low for ball 2. And there's 2s on the board here in the top of the 9th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Fox gets his sign, ready at the belt on the mound. Kicks and deals the 2-2 pitch as that misses upstairs for ball 3, and the count will go full. Runners will be going here in this situation. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Colin Montez at the plate. Fox stands and ready. The 3-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Montez down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Miners will leave the bases loaded on scoring 1 run on 3 hits. No errors in that inning as we head to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Miners lead the Chinooks 11-5. Chinooks down to their last 3 outs here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Miners holding 11-5 lead over the Chinooks as the 3, 4, 5 hitters are all due up for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks here in the 9th inning as that ball is rocked. As diving is Kobe Bowler, unable to make that play. As running over to 3rd now is J. Paul Fullerton on the triple. First pitch swinging by Fullerton, rocks it out to right center field to get the Chinooks started early off in this 9th inning.
Coming to the plate for your Chinooks, number 44, make some noise, Daniel Freeman.
Daniel Freeman will stand in at the plate as the Chinooks are trying to battle their way back 1 run at a time as the first offering to him is fouled straight back for strike 1. Freeman 1 for 4 on the night, has 2 strikeouts to his name and singled in the 4th inning. Hayden Keller stands in on deck, Ethan English to follow. As Jacob McNary on the mound for the Miners. 0-1 pitch off speed in there for a called strike 2. And McNary works his way in front of Daniel Freeman early in the count. No balls to 2 strikes, no outs as the 0-2 pitch on its way in there for a called strike 3. Hayden Keller now to get his swings in. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Grounded out in the 7th, popped out to the pitcher in the 5th, popped out to 3rd in the 4th, and flew out to right field in the 1st inning. First pitch swinging as that's looped. Running back is Caden Hogan. Running down and making the diving catch is Colin Montez in left. An incredible catch by him to slide and get the glove under it. Tagging up and scoring from 3rd is J. Paul Fullerton, though. As outs are the most important thing in this situation for the Miners. Have a huge lead here as that run will score from 3rd on the sacrifice fly from Hayden Keller. But incredible catch there out and left by Colin Montez as the first pitch to English is grounded right back to the pitcher, Jacob McNary. He bobbles it, able to recollect himself and throw over to first, and that'll be your ball game. Final score here in Chugiak, 11-6. We'll be back in action tomorrow at Herman Brothers Field against the Chinooks as the Miners win this one 11-6. For Brandon Monty, this has been Nick V.